everyone. Happy Music Monday. We're here with Steph of Lucky Lamond, if I pronounced that correctly.
You did. You're perfect.
Awesome. All right. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How's your Monday?
I'm good. I just flew in from Chicago. So,
were you playing out there, or what were you?
No, I was working out there, but not in Chicago, like out in the Illinois area. But
Very cool.
literally, I got off a plane and got here, back to New York. So
welcome back.
Yeah. And where are you? You're on the West Coast, and are you California?
Yeah, I am in San Francisco, like right in the middle of the city.
Nice. So. I also saw you might also be. I saw something about San Diego area.
Yes. Yeah, I grew up there, and now I live here. I grew up in San Diego, and I've been in San Francisco for 5 years-ish now.
Nice.
So, yeah, both homes. I love them.
Very cool. Awesome. And we got
hey friends.
Yeah, we got friends in the chat. Hello everyone. Feel free to type any questions or anything, whatever you feel like talking about tonight. Feel free to throw them in the chat. We have our friend Matt here. Hello. And we've got Diggy from Buff Cup in here, and he is grabbing coffee and heading to the front of the stage. Awesome.
Classic.
Yeah. I did also. Oh, we have hello, Tracy.
That's my husband.
Oh, hi.
Chicagoan, by the way.
Nice.
So, there you go.
And Natalie. Hello, Natalie.
Hi, everybody.
I did see on your site too, because there was coffee mentioned, but we always have to talk about coffee. You also mentioned coffee on your site, that you like to do like Zoom chats or something with coffee. So.
Oh yeah, because that's like the only thing that one can do. So I actually thought about it this morning. We were just like walking around before work, and I was like, I miss getting coffee with people. Just going to sit at a cafe and drinking coffee with someone used to be one of my favorite things to do. And I've only been doing that on Zoom. Like, and what that means, like, I literally just call somebody early, and we both are drinking coffee in our respective homes and talking.
Right.
Which is slightly less fun than at a cafe, but. So that's my amalgam of like hanging out.
Yeah.
In the pandemic. But like, I guess I could even change that again, because that's still, I don't know, it's half and half though, because it's still cool. You can totally do it with people that don't live near you, even though I would still probably go get coffee again now with somebody.
Right.
But
yeah.
Now I could get coffee with you, and it'd be rad.
Yeah. Exactly. I know that's like the good thing. It's like you became more aware of talking to people that don't live near you more often. I feel like you're like, oh, we could Zoom chat, and have our coffee.
It's so easy. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, this was available to us before, but now we're really aware that this is the thing.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Yay, coffee buddies are welcome. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, coffee buddies are welcome. What is your coffee of choice? How do you like your coffee?
I've just been doing black coffee for a while, because I started being able to taste the difference, and so I, like, if I actually like go get coffee now, because I just have my favorite little coffee machine at home that brews it for me at 6:50 every morning, and I don't need to think about it. So that's all. But although that is from this rad place in I think it's Oakland, but it's called Progeny Coffee, and I keep sending it to Diggy because he's producing my album, so that's like part of my thank yous. But it's cool. It's like a different roast, or it's a different farmer every month, and it's like and then the farmer's name is on the bag, so it's like a know who made it kind of vibe, like you're supporting someone rather than just a giant coffee company. And all in that, like, I've started to know what good coffee tastes like, so I've only just been drinking black, because I'm just like, oh, this tastes good. Like,
nice.
Good coffee. But I also just love anything. I was a barista for a minute, and I would make like mochas. It's either like a black coffee or like dessert.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you? What do you like to drink?
I'm on the dessert side of coffeeing, but I like cold brew a lot. Yes. And I've tried during pandemic times to I really like the vanilla sweet cream at Starbucks. So I've been trying to master my own way of how to make that at home. So I went through lots of different types of milk and stuff to try and make it on my own. I came close a few times, but I have since, have just went and just bought my coffee once in a while now. So
what's the recipe for that? How does one make that?
I tried
or tried to
that. I tried. I attempted. What's that milk constant? It's like a oh, what is it called? It comes in a condensed milk with half and half and a little bit of vanilla extract.
Oh my god, that's so much like thick.
Yeah, it's thick. But you don't end up putting a lot in your coffee.
Yeah.
But you have to make it in like bulk to have a little bit. So it's like it only lasts. So I tried like having the recipe. So like, cause it really only could last like a week, really. And it just became a process.
Yeah. That's a lot.
But that's the closest.
Jam it into a week.
Yeah, that's the closest I found. There is like a brand called, I think it's called Fairlife, maybe. That's not like a milk you could get in the store, and it's a sweet cream, and that's like the closest one I found of like just like getting something at Stop and Shop or something.
Yeah.
But that's been that. But I have like the Starbucks has like the concentrated cold brew pods. So tried that. I've tried brewing my own cold brew by like getting it from coffee companies and like just something that's simple of like a filter bag that I just shove in the pitcher in the fridge
and it just becomes bionically caffeinated. Like it's
caffeinated. We have a friend named AC Slade that has launched a new coffee company during the beginning of the pandemic called Catfight Coffee.
Oh, sick!
So they have some awesome coffee. So I did have some of their cold brew as well, which is very good.
Tight.
Yeah. And let's see, what do we got going on here in the chat? We had a question. What is your favorite cereal?
Oh, well, mine. What is my favorite cereal? Right now, what is it called? There's this one that I just got from Costco that's like really hitting the spot right now, but it's like a boring, just like good cereal. I feel like my favorite growing up was Cocoa Puffs.
Okay. Yeah, that's
that was the vibe. But I just love like granola now. Like a really good, nutty, crunchy granola is like. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait.
What about you?
Oh wait, it's Cat Fight Coffee, not Catfish. Cat Fight.
Catfish would be so cute.
But that would be funny as well. Yeah. I like the chocolate checks. Is good. That's really the only recent one I've had, really.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you can always go with like Cheerios. I feel like that's boring, but
yeah, but satisfying. Like an 11 p.m. bowl of Cheerios will never not hit the spot.
Right. So then I have another thing that I don't like: milk with like a lot. Like I think milk's an ingredient, and so like a lot of like extra milk in cereal just like grosses me out. So I only have like very little in there. So that's my.
And that probably gets like soggy.
Yeah, like that's like a weird little quirk, I guess.
So cereal's probably not the regular move.
Yes, but I usually honestly eat it dry. I just like I'll put it in a cup and just eat it.
Delicious.
It's like snacks. Yeah. So why don't we chat a little bit about what you got going on? You're recording, correct? And what about like what you have out already and what you have coming out? So what you got?
I guess the only thing I have out already are things I have played in session-wise and recorded as an engineer, which is fun. I don't have any of my solo stuff out yet, so that's what I'm recording right now is like my first actually released thing, which is going to be so sick.
Nice.
And I think they were on here. Ariel Carreño's album that just came out. I'm all over that with piano. They let me go absolutely wild on that. And that was amazing. And what else am I doing? Ayla Faye's album, when that comes out, I'm on piano for. And then, yeah, there's a good friend of mine in San Francisco, Samantha Margaret, if anybody wants to go back. One of her tracks, Anxiety Lies, I helped record vocals for her for that. So that was really fun. But other than that, yeah, my own album is coming out, I believe, February, and the lovely Fuff Cup in the comments, Diggy, is producing it. And all those same people are all over all of it, playing tracks and sessions, it's so interesting to be doing this during the pandemic, because I'm used to, or before that, I was working in studios, and now I'm like Google driving back and forth stems.
Right.
It's like, I don't know whether it's awesome, because it's just in my little studio, which is just my office studio. It's like a packing blanket and my wall. So I don't know if it's taking longer or shorter. It's just different, and I'm excited to one day actually record an album in a studio that's my own. But for now, it's been an interesting, very pandemic experience. But I love how it's sounding, and I'm super stoked to show it to the world. So
that's awesome.
That'll be out.
Yeah, that's really cool. Are you done in the recording phase? You're just kind of like mixing, mastering, all that?
Yeah.
And do you do that as well?
No. Yes.
Okay.
But like, I'm not doing it on this.
Got it. Okay.
I'm more of like, more of the engineering I've done is like in studio, and I was learning how to mix and stuff, but I feel like on my own project, I want to just like give it to someone that will do it.
Yeah, I could see like sometimes like doing your own stuff, you're like so close to it that you're like, you nitpick so much where it's like, everyone's like, no, this is fine, this is great, or like change this, and you're like, oh, I didn't even hear that. So
yeah, you
I
mix
totally
yourself into a hole. Do you guys do that for your stuff too, or do you send it on?
No, we've been go to a studio, which we did a few stuff remote as well, but I do miss the process of going into the studio, with our producer and things like you could do some stuff, but as far as like, I don't know if it would be,
it's different.
It's a different thing. Like, it's fine for like we did a cover remotely that we recorded, and Roxy, our bass player, does recording, so she mixed it and stuff like that from home, and it sounded great. It was awesome, and it was cool to learn how to do that on with like this microphone, and figure out what all these things do at your house that you've had sitting around for years collecting dust, and you're like,
actually learn.
Do I have I've had this like amp sitting here for 2 years that's a awesome interfaced amp that works with my computer seamlessly that I never plugged in until now, and I'm like, wow, this actually doesn't sound bad. Like, so it was definitely there's a learning curve there. Yeah. A lot of adapters, so many adapters and cables and wires. Yeah.
Yeah, and troubleshooting. And the house I lived in, we just moved, but the house I lived in before did not have grounded power. So I didn't even know that until I moved here. I was like, oh, there are 3 prongs on the outlets. So I was adapting my outlets, but my nice mic was coming in like so thin. And I was like, nah, this is terrible. I just don't know how to use my gear. But I think it was just, I was not recording in a place that had like functioning 21st century power, which is going to do it.
It sounds like really a good song title, 21st Century Power.
It actually does. That's a good, like.
Maybe a Green Day, right? Because they had something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like a funny song about trying to record something in the pandemic.
Right, exactly.
Let's do it.
I want to say, Eve Blackwater here, who's a Twitch streamer that we had on the show a few weeks ago.
Hi.
Are you also in the live streaming? Do you kind of do any live streaming? Are you a Twitch person?
I'm an avid Twitch watcher.
Okay.
I'm part of the stream team, so we were doing a lot of the that Diggy Cat started in the beginning of the pandemic, but that's been kind of, I haven't really initiated any of my own because I've just been kind of like head down trying to create this stuff, but they're always so wonderful to create things and then be like, come on, do this, and I'll be like, okay, yay. So I've loved it so much, and before the pandemic, I was running for my day job, I was running not kindergarten, early childhood music program. And so, or no, before the pandemic and then at the very start of it. So I was also doing like children's music streamed classes. And so that was a trip.
That's interesting.
Yeah, which actually prepared me really well for live streaming gigs. So I got the fear out real quick.
Yeah.
So just that, but no actual. I think once I actually get my releases out and like when it's done, that's gonna be part of my promo plan. I just need to like sit down and plan out. Like I gotta do a release show, and is that gonna be in person or is it gonna be online or I don't know what people do now.
Yeah. Exactly.
All in the future, but I'm very excited too, and I love Twitch with all of my heart. Just like going on, seeing who's playing. It's always always a good time.
I've gone on and seen some weird channels pop up when you go on sometimes, because if you like YouTube also, there's a weird deep dive of like, or sometimes you just open Twitch and it's like, what is going on right now?
Oh yeah. That's like the most fun. You like go do anything on a Saturday night, you come home, you just sit on the couch and you turn on Twitch and you're like, what's the world got for me tonight?
Yeah.
And you just go down and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's never boring. So strongly recommend.
Yeah. Totally.
Just like be ready for something weird. But it's never like it's never anything that's terrifying. It's just always like people are entertained by this. All right.
Yeah, exactly. We have a question from Matt. Wants to know, was there a specific artist that inspired you to get into music?
What a good question. For me, so many. But the first music I started writing was instrumental piano stuff. So in that way, like Howard Shore and Hans Zimmer and like Danny Elfman. It was all movie scores. And that is still like my soul. So I think that's actually, if we were to say who actually inspired me to start writing music, it was that. And then lyrics and all that I love like Gregory Alan Isakov. There's a lot of like folk. Oh, and like Brandi Carlile. All the like folky Nashville-y, what's his name? Jason Isbell. It's freaking brilliant. But in the very beginning, it was all movie scores. So there I am.
I know. I always say like that's like such a cool part of the industry. I just love is the people that write the music for all this stuff that we watch that some people wouldn't even think twice about. Like someone specifically picked this, someone played this, an orchestra played along to this. It's such a cool part of the industry. That's just like a whole nother ball game there.
Oh, and like how magical for like what a dream one day to actually write something and then have an orchestra play it. Like what?
Right. Yeah.
It's even wild to like write a song and hear a band play it and you're like, oh my god, it's real. This was in my head and now it's real. And imagine if it's a giant orchestra, I would just like sob. So that would be so cool. Yeah, I'd love to do that one day.
Yeah, as a big Jaws fan, it's just, which I don't know why. Like I have Jaws on vinyl. And I don't know why I thought something different. Like, I'm like, well, wait, the only music in Jaws is all... but yeah, it's all, like, it's an amazing orchestra album. But I don't know, I was like, oh, wait, there's no other tracks in this besides...
It's not like easy listening for Saturday morning. It's like terror orchestra.
Yeah, or like them like going on the boat, like going to get the shark and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is like the happy orchestra part. And I'm like, there's no like, oh, remember like the outtake, like, oh, this part they like put in this Ramones song. It's like that's not gonna come up on here.
Nope. I love that. I've never thought about that, but that's not really.
But it's the same with like the Star Wars album. Like, that's all.
Brilliance.
Yeah.
Brilliance.
Yeah, all brilliance. Yeah.
And now you get like the, all just cinematic.
Shout out to John Williams.
And now like what I love too is, I said Danny Elfman earlier, like the Trent Reznors that are now blending. Well, now he's been doing it for a while, but like. Blending genre of like starting as a musician, well, and it's still a musician to write scores, but like a artist and then moving into scoring, and you get such creative stuff out of that.
Yeah.
So, oh, it's so sick. I love it
Yeah.
with all my heart.
Yeah, that's a really cool. I love that. I was saying to, I think I said it on a 1 week. The show Lucifer. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
you
haven't watched
watched,
that yet. No, I hear
but
it's so good.
it is amazing. And the person that did the song placements in that, you're like, wow, whoever picked out these, and they're actual like different artist songs, things like that. But you're like, whoever picked these out are killing it. Like it just works so well. But then you're also like, this is a great song, you know. And so that's definitely a good one to watch. Like also for that, if you have an appreciation of
Hell yeah. I wonder who the
uh,
music supervisor, I always thought would be such a cool
I know.
job.
Yeah.
I
If
wonder who
anyone's
they
out
are.
there,
Shout them out. Who's the
yeah.
list for music supervisor? Justin Camps.
All right.
Well done,
Good job.
Justin.
Yeah. Justin Camps. We need to stalk him on Twitter and
Seriously.
get his song on there.
An inspiration.
Yes. Let's see. Different question here. Favorite childhood movie?
Oh, Tarzan.
All
but
right.
also Mulan. Just like close second Mulan and maybe close second Lion King. And also, no, those are it. I'm a Disney kid, but like 90s Disney.
I would say,
too.
same Disney.
But just those, yeah. Oh, Pan's Labyrinth's one of their favorite soundtracks. That movie destroyed me. That terrified me. It was such a good movie.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh god, I watched it in a class, in a Spanish class in high school,
Oh.
and I was not okay. It's very good, but it's like real disturbing in a good way. But yeah, Tarzan, I would happily say. Speaking of movies that are not terrifying, but
Yeah. Did you see the new Mulan?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Didn't not like it. It was not the magic of the one that I loved the first time. It was different.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Visually, it looked really, really cool, too.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really, really beautiful.
They did a great job with Beauty and the Beast, I think it's the best one I've seen so far as their live versions of these Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin, I didn't really like.
Yeah, same thing, where it was like, okay, and it was the more faithfully, like I liked the idea of trying to go more classic kung fu movie with Mulan, like that was kind of cool, but it still wasn't, I don't know what about it didn't make me go, yeah, or maybe it wasn't different enough to make it really
I can't remember fully, but I was like, maybe there should have been more fighting, but it's also a Disney.
Yeah. It didn't have like the magic of it. It was cool, but it wasn't. Whereas I think Beauty and the Beast, you're right, it was a totally captured the magic of that movie.
Yeah.
Just live. And do you remember wasn't the first one they did the Cinderella one like 10 years ago?
There's so many versions of
oh my gosh.
Cinderella. Like there's a lot.
But the Game of Thrones guy was in one of them, and I think that maybe was one of the first live actiony ones. Did. We just watched Cruella last week.
Oh, how is that? I want to see that.
Fun. Very entertaining.
Awesome.
Would recommend. It's now free on Disney Plus if anybody has it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you don't have to pay
that was quick.
Anymore.
That was quick.
I loved it. So
I'm waiting for Black Widow to do that.
That one was so good.
I did. Oh, I already saw. I went to that was the first movie I saw in the theater since pandemic.
Yes.
It was great. I was like those movies that we were like, that's a movie I want to see in the theater.
So I feel about the new Shang-Chi one too, and I just
saw that as well. It's amazing.
Awesome. Yes,
oh yeah, it's so good.
We saw them filming or prepping one of the stunts for it in so we used to live in this neighborhood, the Excelsior, which is in the south of San Francisco, and it has giant, all of San Francisco has giant hills, but that has giant hills. And just walking around one day, and there was half a bus just there, and it was all cordoned off the streets. And we're like, what's happening? They're like, oh, I think there's a Marvel movie. They're testing a stunt. and then they're gonna film it downtown. We're like, oh, I wonder what it is. Maybe it's like Ant-Man 4 or something.
Right.
But it was like, and then in the trailer they're like going down the hills in this bus, and it's like him and Aquafina, and I was like, oh, we saw the bus.
Yeah,
So
that's there's
story.
a lot. It's very heavy San Francisco filmed. It's really I loved it, and I didn't know anything about like the story really, and I thought it was awesome.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's a good one to see. Yeah, I was like, wait, what else I was just thinking, I was in San Francisco like a few months ago, and I went to go walk somewhere to go to a restaurant. I'm like, I don't know if I'll make it back up a hill though.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Rockin' calves here.
Yeah.
And thigh muscles. You just like, yeah, you get it real quick. You just have to. It's like constant hiking, which is good. I'm grateful. Yeah. I was like, I might want to go down there, but also that means I have to come back up. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, can they just have like a railing across the side to just help you get up?
Yeah, seriously. Well, now there's all the hi Rory. There's
Rory.
What's it called? Electric scooters in the new thing. So that'll get you back up the hill.
Yeah.
I haven't tried one of those yet, but it looks like a stupid amount of fun.
We're getting a rating.
Hi, hello friends.
Hello friends.
Welcome. Rory's on my album too.
Awesome.
Some amazing harmonies. Ugh.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
So good.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to hear all this awesome music. How many songs are on it?
I think 11.
11?
11,
cool.
12.
All originals?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
It's gonna be fun. I think it sounded great. I'm so excited. I just need to like get it done. Like it's been in my head for so long. So I'm so excited to like.
There's a spoiler alert that it's so good.
I love you, Rory. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Rory has been, oh my God. I got a video a few weeks ago of Rory covering one of my songs that she sings on. And oh my God. She and Ayla and Ariel have been doing that. And it like what we were saying, it just like, it makes me want to cry. Like seeing someone actually covering one of my songs, like it's real. And wow, and someone like learned it. And it's the most wonderful feeling. So I'm going to always remember in my mind the first time I saw somebody cover one of my songs, and it was Rory, and it's like burned in as like a landmark moment.
That's
in my
awesome.
musical life.
So cool. That's very awesome.
Yeah.
When did you start writing music?
Probably. Well, so I was writing my own piano stuff and just like playing and improvising probably for a very long time. But, because that was the first stuff I was doing. So I think maybe middle school, but, or like younger. I started piano when I was around like 5. So I just was like messing around. But, the first songs I wrote with lyrics weren't until, like 4 years ago. Not very long in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I just was always writing instrumental, and and then I wrote a lot of poems, and I never combined them because in my mind I was like, I don't think I'm good at that. And then one of my teachers that was my in that music program I was talking about, she was like, I'm teaching a songwriting band workshop at our nonprofit music school. She's like, you should do it. I was like, sure. So that was the first time because that gave me they were like, all right, one song every week. And I was like, oh God. And I started writing songs and I loved it. And, and then they all came out and I have so many of them now.
That's awesome.
But I think maybe they just were like internally like marinating.
Yeah.
And then
exactly.
It just was like, music.
Yeah. Or is that the lyric songwriting vomit, as they said in like Mean Girls or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it's coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fun.
So we're supposed, just for those tuning in, we are really supposed to be releasing a song this weekend, and we're playing our first show in over a year We're opening for Bowling for Soup on Saturday in New Jersey. So we're super excited for that.
Yeah.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks.
Hell
Yeah, we're
yeah.
excited. We've had this show been postponed like 3 or 4 times, and it's like it's finally here.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
That's so rad, though. Yay.
Yeah. So hopefully it happens Saturday.
Yes.
Our
we
last
believe.
show was February 29th, 2020 on the leap day. So yes, it's in Rahway, New Jersey, at the Union County Performing Arts Center. And someone just ordered soup. Bowling for soup. Yes, we got it. That's great. Oh, yes. You're in Texas. I can't believe it. But they're in Texas. Bowling for soup's in Texas.
Texas. My brother lives in Texas.
Nice. Texas is great. Mm-hmm. Now everyone wants soup.
Yeah, Rory. Seriously.
Yeah.
Type your favorite type of soup.
Yes. Oh, all right. What's your favorite type of soup?
Speak, everyone. What is my favorite type of soup? I like, clam chowder with like a good old bread bowl. I'm so San Francisco right now, but
yeah,
so
I was just in Cape Cod, like a month ago, and it's like, all right, this is when you have to get it.
That's the good.
You know.
Oh, black bean, Rory.
That's a good one. Yeah, I mean,
Fred, you're spoiled. That's
a good amazing. French onion soup.
Ooh.
You know. Yeah.
Or like broccoli cheddar too. It's
yes.
never out of place.
Yes.
It's never unsatisfying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, pozole. Yeah.
Oh my God, broccoli cheddar.
Yes, Rory. That
yes.
is the reaction. Pho. Oh, why did I even think pho?
I don't think I've had pho. Is that right? That's how I don't think I've had it.
Oh,
because it's not ramen, right?
No,
it's different.
No. Yeah.
And now ramen yum. Yes.
But ramen is also delicious. But it's the difference between pho and ramen. I should almost just call in Tracy from the other room because he feels strongly about the difference between pho and ramen. I don't know, but like it's like I can't even describe it, but they're so different, and you must have both. And just let them warm you and comfort you.
Let them do that, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I don't feel good, I always get pho, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like about to get a cold, the immediate thing is you get a big bowl of pho, and you are no longer going to have a cold. And it's just perfect.
They want a next song called
Broccoli
Cheddar Soup.
Yes.
Is there a...
Yeah.
Yes. Is there a do you have an album title yet?
Oh,
is it released yet?
No, and I'm like workshopping it. I think okay. Where I'm at right now, we'll see. We can look or I will listen back on this to be like, was it right? It's either gonna be. I feel like it'd be cool to do it like self-titled because I feel like as I release stuff, I'm going to be Lucky Lamond and the Bradford Graham, which is going to be like my band vibe and kind of symbolizing my family because Bradford's my middle name and Graham is my married last name, but I don't use it in any other way. So I think Bradford Graham just sounded sick. So I was like, that could be my band.
Yeah.
So that in itself, I think is a rad band or album name too. Just like Lucky Lamond and the Bradford Graham. But, or at this moment, I'm thinking I might call it Carry Them All because that's one of my favorite songs on the album. And it kind of encapsulates, because it's all an album of like stories from my family and I was like, going through grief and stuff. Yeah.
I was going to say that was a question, actually.
Oh.
What's your favorite song on your upcoming album?
Oh, it's so hard. It's so
right.
I think that one. No, God, no. At the moment, it's that one.
Okay.
I'm just so it encapsulates everything, and it's so. I think it's one that I'd been wanting to write for a really long time, and I finally was able to write it. I don't know. But I love that. So Carry Them All. But also the song The Flowers is just, I think, a really special thing. Mm-hmm. And that's one that a lot of the other gals
it's like asking what child is your favorite.
Yeah. And if I listened to any of them, I'd feel differently. Probably like that one. But also The Fox. I hear the one called... and there's one called Silver Cowboy. It's about my grandpa. And that has like legit play it in a bar. Woo! Who's like Ayla and Diggy got together and like made just like
a nice
celebrating
we like to
noises in
call
the
them
background.
the party track.
Yes.
That's what we like to call that, where we
Yeah.
just like yell random things that no one might like ever really hear unless you know it's there in the background. Like we love that. We're like, all right, it's the party track time.
Yes, it has a party track, and that is one of my favorites as well. It's so fun. I can't. I wish it was out so I could ask. I could like be like, what is everybody else's? Like, what do you guys like? I guess the only person that can answer that is Diggy Cat. Diggy, do you have a favorite of my songs that we're working on with this? Also, that yes, each song is best on its own circumstances. That's true.
Yes.
That's very wise and sweet and beautiful. But Diggy, do you have a personal favorite yet?
Yeah, let's see.
One that like.
Where and then you're releasing it on all digital platforms, right? And are you making any physical merch or anything like that?
Yes, and I don't know what yet.
Okay.
But I want to do something that's like, if I want to do it, but I want it to be functional too. Like I'd want it to be cool, and so I need to figure
like coffee mugs.
Yeah, something that's or like I forget about white lighters too. Diggy, we need to make so one of my merches should be a white lighter. That says that on
I was gonna say just by that you should make white lighters.
So I'll do everything that is like kind of related to a song. That's the vibe. I think. But also maybe just like I don't know. Yeah, we'll just stick with white lighters for right now, and coffee mugs.
Nice.
And maybe like a patch or a sticker.
Oh yeah,
stickers and patches. Maybe a temporary tattoo.
There you go. Yeah.
I like a shirt, but I want it to be a shirt that like someone would actually wear. Like I love band shirts, and so it would need to be a cool enough band shirt to be something that people actually wear.
Right. I have so many, black band t-shirts. It's just like, which one do I wear today?
Yep. So I'm like, how do I make it cool? How does it just like fit in with that rotation and feel natural? That's my question to myself. How does it just be an awesome band shirt? Yeah. Thanks for hanging, Fred. Have a good night.
Thanks, Fred. Oh, another thing I saw a bit of. You're a motorcycle enthusiast? What is?
I am.
Can you talk about your enthusiasm?
My enthusiasm. Oh, I'd love to. I started riding 3 years ago, probably 3 years ago. But I've make different colored totes so people can carry them all. That's a good one. I've always wanted to ride, but my family did not want me to ride, which is understandable. I have 2 loving and protective parents. So I wanted to ride after, honestly, actually, probably watching Tron Legacy. We always make fun of that in my household, but like, I just wanted to be Cora and ride a cool Ducati. And so I cut my hair like that, but I couldn't get a bike until I later got to be like that. And I don't have that cut anymore, but I had that fun, like, super short, sassy, I don't know, it was fun. But, and then, but my dad rides a ton. And so he finally let me start, like, riding on the back of his bikes in, like, the middle of college. And then I always wanted to, and I finally got my license, and we, my husband and I both got into it. Like, we took the class at the same time because we both had wanted to do it, and we found these, I love our motorcycles so much. We only have, at this point, they're all 70s and 80s. We have 3 bikes together. I ride one of them. He rides 2 of them. I ride on the other ones behind him because they're pretty big, so I'm a little afraid of riding those yet.
I was going to say, I always feel like I'm way too small to even get on a bike.
Well, that's like, it was so scary in the beginning because I started, my bike itself is from it's a 1983 BMW R65, and it's just this beautiful, wonderful motorcycle, and it's like 400 something pounds. So there's no way I can pick that thing up if it's tilting over. So it was a whole thing in the beginning. I was really scared to like go, like I'd keep stalling, just riding off of a curve that was like this, like barely tilted, and I'd like go up and then like stall. And then there was one day I accidentally just like I stopped on an incline that was too big, and it just like was tilting, and I couldn't pick it up, and it just like fell. And so I was like, Tracy! So that wasn't fun. But you just get comfortable with it, and it's all about center of gravity, and it's just so magical and so fun. And I love my motorcycle, and I love, like, I'm so spoiled in Northern California. And Southern California and San Diego, I get to ride one of my dad's bikes whenever we're down there, but it's not mine. So I really want to get my bike down there to ride down there. But we have such beautiful riding over here. But also out your way too. I really want to go ride on the East Coast. My dad always does a ride from Nashville he would go up to Buffalo, where my grandparents were. And
Oh,
they're not there
nice.
anymore. And then he'd go back to California. And so he'd do the giant cross-country thing. And if there's some great riding in the East Coast and through, like, the mountains and stuff, like the Appalachian everything. And so that's a huge bucket list thing, too. But it's just, it feels so magical. I like to ride. I, like, rode horses for a second when I was younger. And I think the same part of me that really wanted to be an epic, like, cowgirl is what likes riding motorcycles. Like, it's the same kind of vibe. And
yeah.
I love
I
it
could
so
see the
much.
move. I could see the move from hood to the other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, sitting feeling pretty cool and be like, yeah, look at the world go by.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I like look up and I see like hawks and I'm like, I am one with you. Like this is awesome. So
That's awesome.
that's my enthusiasm
That's so cool.
for the motorcycles.
Nice. Do you stream as well? And do you have a Twitch channel?
No, I will eventually though. The best place to find me, I guess, is Instagram for now, at Lucky Lamond, because that's just the one that I tend to, give my attention to. I also have a Facebook and a Twitter, but I don't do much on that. And eventually, yeah, Twitch. I feel like I would really love streaming more on Twitch. Again, that when I start getting the album, when the album is done and I'm now figuring out now people need to listen to it, then I'll actually start getting a streaming schedule going and start having people on. It'd be so fun. I love doing other people's streams. It's so fun to live stream. So
It is, yeah.
Good.
Matt wants to know, did you do any new things during the pandemic? Did you find any other maybe hobbies or things like that? Enthusiasms, other things, yeah.
Yeah. We, my husband and I picked up making limoncello because my parents have fruit trees in San Diego and they had a lot of lemons. So started making limoncello. That
Nice.
was sick. I feel like I must have done something else new. What have I done new? Definitely, like, limoncello's the fun one. I feel like I'll think about things and I'll forget it.
Right.
But definitely limoncello. Definitely got a lot better at riding my motorcycle. In the pandemic, but man, I think I got a new job in the pandemic. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think let's call it limoncello. That's
Nice.
got married twice. Did like a park elopement last year, just like
Very
rode our
nice.
scooter up to the top of the hill and eloped in a park, and that was magical. Wrote a song about that, which is not on the album yet. That'll be on another one. This is like the folky, moody album. The next one's gonna be all like piano ballads. So
Yeah.
that's the wedding song. But just had our second wedding. Like, got to actually have the party.
Congrats.
And so, hell yeah. Yay, cool. Thank you.
Nice.
And made everybody limoncello. Everybody got to leave with a little limoncello bottle. So that was where my brain connected.
Oh,
We
nice.
made, like, bootleg amounts of limoncello to give to everybody. So that was fun. And I hear you learned to air fry things.
Oh yeah, I broke an air fryer.
Oh, how'd you break an air fryer?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it was at the end of its run, but I was making broccoli and it just died.
Oh.
Just like completely done. So now we have a new, bigger air fryer. But yeah, I tried like doing like the dehydrated like blueberries. It took like 2 days and nothing really happened. So there was a few experiments going on. Cooking is not my forte.
Why not? Yeah, I'm solidly a sous chef. So
Yeah.
I feel like we
Even
can-
that, okay, you know what? I learned how to cut an avocado. That's what I learned. Right? I can cut an avocado in less
you
than
go.
10 minutes now.
and not cut your own hand.
And not cut my hand. So that's something I learned. I was thinking that the other day. I was like, you know what? I've got really good at cutting avocados, and that's
little victories, man.
Little victories. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to. I need to. I also started doing a little more painting.
I did the acrylic pour paintings. So these are all.
What?
Besides, I didn't do the Wonder Woman or the, Arrow and Flash, but like that one and
awesome.
yeah. So I still have an Etsy up that I've been neglecting, but it's still it's up. I have a table of paint still that since I've finally got back to work that I just neglected now.
Nice.
But that's a good neglection because you got to work again. So
yeah. Heck yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, now I can make wait, what am I gonna do? Make my own avocado toast.
Translate a statement about millennials. Oh, I can buy a house.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. And it's gluten-free. No,
yeah. There's some good gluten-free avocado toast in San Francisco, though. So basic, but it exists.
I don't. I believe you fully about that statement. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Matt has an Etsy too.
Oh, good. Awesome. I know. I feel like, Etsy's a good one.
Yeah, it's always a good time. We just had a big craft fair too at a place in the city. And that was fun. We're like wandering around. I got a cool jacket, like a vintage jacket.
Nice.
So that was a treasure hunt. I love that stuff. I love crafty making things, people making things.
Yeah, I did last summer do some flea marketing with my mom and my drummer Mel. We went and sold some stuff. Well, my mother sells antiques, so she's like, all right, you're finally home. Like, this is like the first time I've been home in like over, for years, because I'm always touring and working and traveling, that I was like, oh, I'm home. And she's like, well, come here and get rid of your shit and sell your shit. I don't want it in my house. Yeah, you're going to the flea market. So that was an interesting, fun thing.
There you go. There you go.
A whole fun group of people there, too.
Aww.
But I can't believe it's so early. It's so early. It's too early for me. It's like you have to go there like 5 o'clock in the morning, and people are there like with flashlights ready to buy your stuff, and you're like, "Can I wake up first? I didn't even have the coffees."
I don't know if I want to sell you my stuff.
Yeah. Can I just wake up first?
That's a hustle. That's a world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Oh, they want to see your shoulder tattoo.
Which one? I feel like we both have shoulder tattoos.
We do. Okay, we could do. I have Jaws.
Yes! You were not kidding about Jaws. That's amazing. Mine's just a bunch of flowers and
it's
plants.
Awesome. Nice.
Dude, yours is sick. I love that. That's cool.
Oh, wait, hold on. I lost my ear.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're back. Yes, I am a big Jaws fan.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I know. I guess that's my childhood movie.
Yeah, there you go. That, which is a little bit of a scary childhood movie, but
yeah, we just watched it as we were young and just, I don't know. It's like that one, and like I remember watching Pretty Woman as I was very young, like probably too young to. I didn't know what it really meant.
You're like, oh,
like, oh, look at this, nice girl, and she married the guy, so cool. And then like years later, you're like, wait, that's not. You let me watch this?
Well, and so with Jaws, are you afraid of the ocean now, or do you love it?
I do. I love the ocean. I'm definitely nervous about going into the ocean, being like, all right, well, we're in your territory.
You gotta respect it.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm definitely, I love Shark Week. Shark Week's like my Christmas.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm all for, saving the sharks. Finning is terrible.
Totally.
So I'm all about that. Like I've done my fair share of like I want to go in a cage and like see a great white one day. That's like I really want to do that.
I
But
just want to see one in person so bad. But
me
like from a
too.
boat.
Yeah, from the
probably.
boat or definitely in a cage. I don't want to be free swimming and a great
No.
white's there. Like, no, thank you.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
But also as like if I'm in a cage, I don't know if I can hold myself from like if they pass by. I just want to pet it. That's
Hello. I hear it's just wild. I have a friend that did that, and just I can't even because they're so huge. Like the whole room is a great white shark, and I can't even fathom what that's like to be in the water with something that is that big.
right.
Like a whale, anything like wild to think of anything that large, and even that in and of itself is probably one of the more mind blowing things about that.
Yeah.
This giant creature that like is so sharp.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you'd even like, at aquariums, things like that, you'd see big sharks, but still like you're not in the water with them. So you really have no clue, like, what you're in there, like what is going on. And I went snorkeling at the Great Barrier Reef, which was absolutely amazing.
So sick.
I mean, I guess it's good I didn't see any sharks because, it's kind of one of those things like, oh, I want to see a shark, like but also I don't want to get my leg bitten off.
Oh yeah. Well, like down here we have. So I love that we got on this tangent because I used to work in an aquarium, and part of my
That's awesome.
job was like sitting at a table and telling little San Diegan children that they don't need to be afraid to go in the water because sharks aren't going to attack them. Probably.
Right.
And we have, if anybody ever is in San Diego, the La Jolla Cove. All the adorable sweet leopard sharks come and have their babies there, and so like fall season, we even saw some up in North County where I'm from, like Carlsbad area, and they just like swim around, and they're like at biggest maybe like they all think it would be like that big, but they're totally not aggressive. You can act like they just chill and swim around, and they're so peaceful, and like they don't bite people. I don't think. I'm sure maybe that happened once if someone was messing with one,
But it's
like,
so rare.
It's so rare. And so I remember we went on a field trip once when I was in like middle school. We went shark snorkeling, and so you just like and they're just swimming around underneath you, and you're just floating. You're like, wow, and they're so cute. So that's a safe place to go swim around with sharks and be like, this is so rad. It was a magical experience.
That's awesome.
Would recommend.
Yeah. What aquarium did you work at?
Oh, it was called Sea Life, and it's part of Legoland actually, but they have an aquarium.
Oh, in San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I was like, I've been to a few Sea Life. I have a thing wherever I travel, I go to the aquariums.
Well, so I think it's a chain that's like part of
it is,
around. So it was the Sea Life in Carlsbad. So I got to like sit and teach kids about sharks, and then I also worked the touch tanks for a while, where you just kind of like make sure no one's gonna like pick up a
shark or
and,
something.
Jaws of death. But the most fun part about that is I still have my nails. I never really get my nails done, and I have them done right now. But whenever I do it, I remember. So we used to have little mantis shrimps, and if you put your hands in the touch tank, the little mantis shrimps will crawl up and like eat the dead skin in your cuticles and on your skin, and it tickles. And they're so cute too. They'll just like. It's like in Finding Nemo, the little like Jacques guy. They just like walk up and like, and your skin is beautifully soft, and they eat all your cuticles, and you have like perfectly manicured skin. So if anybody ever is around a mantis shrimp, not a mantis shrimp. Oh my God, mantis shrimps are the ones that can see a million colors. Ooh. What are the cleaner shrimp? Sorry, redact everything I just said. Mantis shrimps.
Is that like?
Weird.
Did you ever hear of like people that are? I guess it's a place where there are fish tanks where you put your feet in
spas.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would do that. I've never done it, but I would for sure do that.
I don't think I saw it in like a Columbus, Ohio mall.
That's awesome.
I don't think I did it. But you stick your feet in there and they just like eat at your dead skin from your feet.
That would tickle so hard.
I was like, well, that's interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Well done.
You guys have fun with that. Yeah.
And like, you wonder if the fish are like really happy or if they're like, no.
Yeah, they're like, nom, 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 nom. We love this. We're hungry for your gross feet.
So many feet. Anyway, but the cleaner shrimps were real cute.
That's
using
awesome.
a loofah. Well, okay. We'll stick to our fish and our
Yeah.
shrimp.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite aquariums is in California, the Monterey Bay one. That's a good one.
That one's the most magical one in the whole world.
But if you've ever gone to the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta, where the whale sharks are, that's like a whole nother like thing. Yeah. We went there on tour, and it was like they're massive. Those I would swim with because they don't have teeth. So
for sure, I would also swim with like what are the giant manta rays? That looks so beautiful when like they're so big, but they're just so like
just hanging out.
Yeah. Atlanta Aquarium. I'm writing all this down.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll get there one day.
You should. That's one you just go to Atlanta and have to go to the aquarium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think we might wrap this up soon, so I want you to replug everything that you have going on and where everyone should find you and what you got going on.
Yeah, so for anybody that wandered in as we've been talking about sharks, I'm Steph. I go by Lucky Lamond, and I am a musician, and I'm releasing my first solo album in February. So follow, like, Instagram's still probably the best place to follow me, or if you go to stephaniemond.com, see all my other side projects. I produce some podcasts and I engineer and all that. So that's a good place to keep up with me. But also Instagram is just the social that seems to work naturally with myself. So, and a couple of airheads on Instagram is my husband's and my motorcycle journal. So that one's a fun one. Nice. Yeah, because our bikes are referred to as airheads, the old BMWs, and so we're a couple of airheads.
Cool.
Very funny. But so that's fun though. So we ride around a lot. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm stoked to eventually share my music with all y'all. And I have a few demos on SoundCloud, and all that jazz, but none of the like finished beautiful things yet. So
it's coming. Nice. Well, we can't wait to hear it. Everyone, make sure you go follow on all the fun social medias. And our last question we'd like to ask on here is, what is your best advice for staying positive during the crazy environment we're living in right now?
Oh, I love that. The little things, like focus on aggressively, like what are the small beautiful things? Like even if a tree looks nice, like, oh, how cool. Or like a butterfly flies by. Like try to train your brain to be content with tiny, beautiful things. And that helps. That's always helped when things aren't great all over. Little things are always great. If you're open to thinking something small like a butterfly is a really, really great thing. So that's awesome. My advice.
I love that. That's great.
Thanks. What's yours? What do people say just before we sign off? What's like a memorable one that just pops into your brain? I love that question.
Oh man.
If anything.
No, like I have to
just
think.
Go back and watch.
It's kind of just most people will say like just it's like you're trying to stay positive, so just like do things that just make you happy and try to just be nice to people, do something, like the whole, like just a simple, like doing a nice little thing for someone, like not even if they don't know it and they don't know you, just a nice thing.
Yeah.
So I like that someone said that one of these times, but I really enjoy that one of like be nicer to people too,
Be cool, man.
Be cool, man. Because you don't know what other people are going through, and just if they're being crazy, you just be like, hey, have a better day. You know,
hope it improves.
I hope it improves.
Whatever's made it not great.
Yeah, exactly.
How can I
So,
help?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yay.
So just, be cool. Try and stay positive and, you know, be nice to everyone.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
Awesome.
This
Well,
is so fun.
thanks for joining us. Thank you everyone in the chats, and if you're watching on the replay, for tuning in. You can still comment on any platform that you're on, and we'll be back next week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Woohoo!
Bye.